ahead of the big 5G rollout, a new report has been released suggesting that electromagnetic radiation from power lines and Wi-Fi and broadcast transmitters poses a credible threat to wildlife. And now environmentalists are sounding the alarm that 5G could cause even greater harm. 97 studies by the EU-funded review group Eclipse concluded that radiation is a potential risk to insect and bird orientation and plant health. And now there's a charity group, Bug Life, calling for more research to determine the safe limits of electromagnetic radiation, with findings to be made available to the public. Until then, the group says serious harm to wildlife cannot be ruled out. So we already know that cell technology that emits radio frequency is harmful to our health. That's why it's placed up on these cell towers high up in the sky and far away from homes. But now we are being told that we're just going to roll out this new small cell technology. It uses hundreds of unsightly antennas and transmitters that are going to be clustered together and closer to the ground. They're lower emitting frequency, but they're going to be everywhere and in these smaller clusters. That, first of all, sounds even more susceptible to a grid attack, in addition to posing a potential health risk. As of March, 237 scientists have signed an appeal to the United Nations asking them to take the risks posed by electromagnetic radiation more seriously. So why is there this mad rush to roll out 5G technology, even though we haven't truly determined that exposure to this electromagnetic radiation is okay? I mean, years later, we're hearing keep your cell phones out of your pockets and don't hold them close to your head because, oh yeah, by the way, it might be giving you brain cancer. I mean, is this really necessary for the average Joe to be able to download an entire season of their favorite TV show in 2 seconds? Is that what it's really all about? I mean, the ultimate goal, they're saying, is to have 100 billion or more new devices, all online, all connected to the internet and the cloud. Is this the penultimate human evolution where we are walking infertile tumors, yet our refrigerator is stocked full? I mean, is that it? Like, oh, I don't have to leave my house. I don't have to go get any milk. You know, I'm dying. I'm slowly dying from all this electromagnetic radiation that is penetrating every cell of my body and deforming my unborn children. But by golly, I've really downloaded my favorite TV show pretty quick. So with 5G, the ultimate goal is that every device in every home that uses energy will be its own computer. The planetary grid will connect all of these devices to a monitoring and regulating energy authority. Ah, there it is. We've heard that before. Global Technocratic Authority, a global control. Now, many articles are out there claiming that it's the US military. They've got to have 5G because they need it for their advanced planes and for AI. That doesn't really make sense because where will all of their transmitters be placed? Right now, they're saying there's going to be hundreds of these little antennas all over the ground and all over these cities. Is that what geoengineering of the atmosphere is for? To tune up the ionosphere so that 5G can be passed along without these cell transmitters. I've already reported before about how the military is working on a concept that could allow it to point a laser at the ionosphere, transforming the Earth's atmosphere into a giant magnifying glass so they can snoop on their enemies. They can sort of zoom in as if the entire planet is Google Earth. Are we in such a race with China, who is really developing rapidly this 5G technology? They do not give a rip about human health or environmental destruction. We are in such a race with them, apparently, that we would be willing to cover the entire planet in frequencies that might potentially be killing us. This is the future only a madman would envision.